Yellow.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the internationally known TikTok sensation.
I like that. I like that. I like that introduction.
What's up, buddy?
Living the furlough life.
I mean, you really are living your best furlough life.
I I mean, if there was a uh, tutorial put out on how to live a furlough life, I should write it.
I think we're putting it out right here on the
This is it. Yeah.
podcast.
For future furloughs, people will know now.
Future furloughings.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like just another hell of a week for you, my friend. Where do we
It
even
really was.
Where do we even start? I think we, I mean, honestly, I think we always have to start with the self abuse stuff, the eating.
Well, I want to take a different route to start.
Are you sure?
A different route. Just it's a quick brief detour
Hey,
for
hey,
like
this is your show. We can do whatever you want.
right. I mean,
You're the
I think
captain.
it's an important detour.
You are the captain, Anthony. Steer this ship.
So I noticed last week, right? We did the furlough files, right? You put what day do you put it out?
I put it up
What day does this
Wednesdays.
come out?
Wednesday morning, 7 a.m.
Wednesday
Our
morning.
our
Okay.
main podcast goes out Monday morning at 7 a.m.
I-
We record
I-
this Tuesday afternoon and we put it out
Okay.
tomorrow.
Today's Tuesday. I didn't even know that.
Furlough life. Hashtag
So-
blessed.
Here's what I want to do.
Yes.
I saw last week we had 2 likes on the furlough page, the furlough file.
On
One was me.
on where? Because it's on multiple platforms.
Oh, the Breakfast Club, where you posted on the Breakfast Club.
On the
There was
Facebook?
2 likes on the Facebook. 2
Which
likes.
we have 2 Breakfast Club Facebooks.
On the Breakfast hashtag Briskliz.
Okay, the original.
You posted the podcast.
Hmm.
There's two likes.
Right.
I'm one. So it means only two people listened. Me
That's
and
not true.
And- there's 27 views actually.
You could have
27.
yeah, only 2 people cared to like it.
So I'm one of them, and the second one I want to give them a shout out
Oh, okay. Oh,
because I had no idea who it was at first,
Right.
and then Blake he clued me in
yeah, right. Smart
that
up.
Natalia's mom,
Who
the
is
other like.
Natalia is
Marco's wife.
Marco's wife. Yes. Who?
And I said, "Who is that?" And he said, "That's Natalia's mom." And I said, "You know what? I want to give Margaret a shout out on this week's Furlough Files because she came through with a like.
Yeah.
It's a very important shout out.
Okay. Hey.
So we're going to dedicate this podcast. This Furlough Files is dedicated to Margaret.
Wow. The whole
The
shooting
whole
match.
thing. The whole thing. She gets it all.
The whole boodle peg, huh?
Right. Yeah. So this is for her.
Okay. That's awesome.
That's all I want to get out.
Listen, we're nothing without our fans, right?
I'm planning this all week. I'm just excited to get that out.
Okay. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling through. See, sometimes I screenshot stuff. I'm not sure if I screenshotted you mentioning any meals this week, but I feel like you must have continued your course of what I call
So of course,
self abuse.
yeah, of course. No, I have continued the last 7 days has been very powerful eating. I have a couple things that I found yesterday, and it was so good that another one. You want to know what this is?
Go tell me.
Aldi's. You know Aldi's, the supermarket?
I'm familiar with them. I've never been in
Okay.
one.
So I'm not an Aldi shopper, and I think I told you today I was at Aldi's. I think I've mentioned it in a little chat. I was at Aldi's, and I don't ever go to Aldi's, and my dad's like, you gotta go. I go to Aldi's yesterday. I'm not wearing a mask. The only guy in the whole building without a mask on, because it's not mandatory here. So I'm walking around breathing everything. And this giant 16-inch extra large pizza that it's like an Aldi's thing, like that you can't get anything else. So I don't know if they manufacture them, like a frozen pizza, but it's gigantic.
Oh, it's frozen.
And I said, Yeah, frozen pizza, but it's not, you know, not frozen in the fridge section, freezer in the fridge section.
Right. Hey, pause this for a
Walmart and
second. Are you outside?
why you can't hear me?
You keep chopping up a tiny bit.
Yeah, my phone was in my pocket. Is it better now?
It might be. We'll go from here and see.
Well, I put my phone in my pocket for some reason. It cuts out. I don't know why.
You must have like lead line pockets so Superman can't see your phone or something.
Right. I did order a new phone today, so.
Okay. That
So okay, so Aldi's the pizza.
right.
It's not frozen. It's in the fridge section.
Right,
You
but
ever been to Walmart?
But it's not like
Yeah,
it's not like you're buying a hot pizza in a giant 60-inch box.
No, it's a
Like a
but
shrink.
it's like a menu.
It's a shrink wrap
Right.
deal, right?
Right, shrink wrap deal, but you can only get it at Aldi.
Right.
You can't get it anywhere else. It's not like a DiGiorno or something.
Right.
So I said, I'm gonna try it. It was $4.49.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. Take it home, throw it in the oven, and it is amazing. This pizza is top notch.
Now,
Right?
now, did you add anything to it?
I because my kids are super picky and
Oh.
they only eat cheese pizza. So I said, we'll try it as a cheese. We'll experiment here today. It was amazing.
Well-
It was better than anything you can order from like a chain restaurant
So-
pizza. It was that good.
To be honest, if you got a 60-inch pizza, you could put stuff on parts of it and not offend your kids. But
Yeah. Well, this is a trial run. It was a trial
Yeah.
run yesterday.
because I rarely ever
So-
get a freezer pizza where I don't either add cheese or some like fresh garlic or some seasonings like oregano and crushed peppers or something before I throw it in the oven. You know what I mean?
I usually do, but
Right.
I wanted to try this pizza. It was first time. We got to try it, see
Yeah.
how it is, right?
Yeah.
So
It's your foundation. You can't build a house on
Right.
on a sand foundation.
exactly.
Right.
So I eat this pizza. It is it's amazing. I
How-
mean, it is
You eat.
it's top of the line.
How much of it do you eat though?
But I split it with the kids. So there's three of us, and we split it. So I think Nick ate 2, and Lex ate 2, and I ate 4.
Like
Just to
I was
give
about
you-
to say, split it means in half. They get half,
Right,
and
they-
you get half. Right.
They each ate 2, and I ate 4.
Right.
Right. So
Okay.
because I'm 2 of them.
Right.
So the pizzas. I mean, I'm like, wow. I woke up this morning, got my shoes on. I didn't even have coffee yet. Got in the car and drove to Aldi to buy another one this morning. That's how good it was.
I assume you have bigger plans for this one.
I already ate it. It's gone.
Oh! I thought. Oh, wow. Yeah, it didn't even.
It was in the oven by
It
11:30.
it went from the car to the oven.
Right, immediately. Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
it's gone. Right, and it was so good. And I realized though they have ones with toppings too as well. They're all $4.49. You're not paying any extra. So
Then you
I'm
got to
gonna go
get the
back-
ones with toppings.
Right, I'm gonna go back tomorrow and get. Here's the problem: they're so big, I can't fit them in my freezer, so I can only buy them in the moment.
Right. They literally do have to go car to oven.
There's no, yeah, you can't. There's nowhere to put it.
See,
So
60 inches.
no, 16.
Oh, 16. Oh, I thought you said 60. I'm like,
No,
that's
16.
I'm like starting to do the math here. I'm like, that's really fucking.
No,
big.
16.
Oh, okay.
But a 16-inch pizza
No, it's-
doesn't fit in my freezer.
No, it's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
So, and for $4.49, it's cheaper than Little Caesars.
Right. Maybe not
You know,
for.
and it's way better.
Yeah, for square inches. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, I had one yesterday, one today. But I'm going back tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm going meat lovers.
Why not?
It's going to happen.
Yeah, get squeeze every cent out of it. So
Right.
So I'm along the pizza lines. I'm looking at a post you made,
Mm-hmm.
where I guess it was a meal that you guys had that night. Probably first. This looks like a first dinner meal, not a second dinner meal. But I'm looking at 2 pizzas. One's cheese, and one's probably got like it's either meatball or sausage on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Meatball.
There, it looks like meatball. It looks like an order of like breadsticks, garlic breadsticks or something, and like a giant pile of like garlic knots maybe or rolls.
Right.
And then also like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably a dozen donuts.
Yeah, we got a dozen donuts. My brother was here, so we got a dozen Dunkin' Donuts. We got a large meatball and mushroom, and we got a large cheese, and then we got garlic knots, a large order of garlic knots, and then we got this cheesy bread.
That garlic knots thing looks like it could feed fucking 5 people.
Oh, they're small. That's the thing, and they're so good. You just want to. You don't even take one at a time. You take like it's like a donut hole. You take a couple,
I was
shove
going to
them in your
say they
mouth.
look like donut holes.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah, good stuff.
so you've been like maintaining your training regiment this week of food.
Right. Right, and then I think I posted a picture of some wings one night. Did you see that one?
I may not have saved it. I'm sure
I may not
saw
have even. Maybe I didn't post it. I don't even know. But I went. This is even better. So my brother was gone at this point. He wasn't even here. And I said, you know what? I want some wings. I think I did post it actually. I said, you know what? I want some wings. So we got a little wing shop here called Bondo's, right? Bondo's Wings. So I've only gotten the wings at Bondo's. I never really get anything else. And I ordered the kids just get chicken tenders for myself now. Ready? So the kids got chicken tenders. They each get a meal. For myself, I got a cheeseburger a double cheeseburger with bacon on Texas toast,
Mm-hmm.
French fries, buffalo dip and chips, a mac and cheese, and order of boneless wings with mild and garlic parmesan on them, and a Dr. Pepper. Or sorry, a Mr. Pibb. That was all for me.
Jesus, man.
I ate the cheeseburger.
I respect
never had a
respect
cheeseburger
this
from-
a lot. I wish I could.
Well,
do it.
I didn't finish it. So I ate the cheeseburger. The cheeseburger, I never got a cheeseburger there. It was so good on Texas toast. Just double cheeseburger. I don't like pickles. The pickles on this burger were top notch. I don't know where they got them from, like a special pickle farm. They were great.
The Texas toast will put a speed bump in your way, though. I mean that occupies some extra space, you know.
It did, because I got through the burger, I got through the fries, I got through the mac and cheese. I only ate one wing. I ate the rest over the next 2 days, just here and there. And the chip and dips, I ate like only a couple. It's still in the fridge. But I powered through that cheeseburger, and it was one of the best cheeseburgers I've ever had. I'm not even kidding you. So, good cheeseburger they got there.
And I assume whether we're doing an accounting of every day, we don't need to, but that we're pretty much this is the pace you set on a daily.
Right.
I mean, I guess your new jam is the Aldi's pizzas.
Yeah, I think that's gonna live a little bit.
The problem, I see what the problem is too, is that it's a conundrum because they're so you're saying they're really good and they're like $5 fucking. So
Right.
it's like every day it's hard to do something other than this, especially living the furlough life. You might want to save a few bucks.
$5.
You know, you might want
what a deal.
Right. You could feed the whole family for $5.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So
exactly.
So yeah, but it's still a lot of food. So you're well on your way. Have you stepped on a scale lately? Or are you like really avoiding it?
It was 265 last week, but I'm not getting on this week. It's been a rough week.
You know better.
I know better. Yeah, I don't want to see 270.
But
I have been.
How high does your scale go?
Good Lord, I don't know. It's an electronic one, but I will say, living this furlough life, I walked. Today's day 9 of walking, so I did 2 miles already. I did 2 miles this morning. I've been averaging between 2 to 5 miles a day of walking around my neighborhood because, it's 85 degrees here and I'm getting some sun. Because I figure if I'm going to be home and furloughed, I might as well get tan.
Right.
And then 2, it's good exercise. You know, it's sweat it out a little bit, and it allows me to eat more later on.
It's exercise. I don't know if it's good exercise, but it's
right.
Yeah, it's, you know, like they say, something's better than nothing. It's like don't make fun of the fat guy in the gym. At least he's in the gym. You know.
Right, and it's very up and down. So some point I'm walking uphill and it's excruciating.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
You got topography.
Right, and twice last week I did 5 miles. at one time, 2 days in a row, and it was like a hike because it's very up and down and hilly, and it was rough. So, but I'm burning calories because I figured it's more calories I can eat after.
Well, I know you mentioned one of your walks you had to Uber back.
That was to Publix because I bought too much stuff when I was there.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. All right. I thought it was just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked to
No,
Publix because
we
it's
didn't do stuff.
right. I mean, you've been to my place. It's kind of a winding
Right.
thing to get in and out of here, but the Publix is right across the street, so I like to walk there, just because. Why not? But man, sometimes in this Florida heat, by the time you've walked back with a couple of heavy bags, not only is half of your like cold stuff already starting to warm up.
Melted.
Well, I'm not getting ice cream, but I'm saying like even like your
Yeah.
like meat or whatever you've got, it's already starting to feel warm on the top. But man, you're kind of like starting to cook in the sun yourself, and that can be rough. So I try and do
Well, the ground beef's probably cooked when you get back.
It's starting to, and I'm not exaggerating when I say maybe it starts browning. You know, from going from pink to brown. So
Yeah.
yeah. So now that we've tackled the food issue, unless you had more to add to it, let's just dive right into this TikTok nonsense. Well, hold on. Did that guy ever call you back for the interview?
No, he never called me that
No.
day.
And so
No.
So what's the deal? You just kind of chilling with the furlough life, waiting for
Right.
your old job to call, or are you looking for stuff?
No, I'm waiting for them to call. I'm
Okay.
watching a lot of TV. I'm eating a lot of food.
So the
not really
the
doing
interview
much
thing
anything.
wasn't you looking for something. It was someone that hit you up.
Me up and then never called me. So.
Yeah, that's even weirder.
Right. So very odd, very unprofessional, if you ask me.
No. So can I tell you what? Obviously, we all know that you've been TikToking through this whole experience to
Right.
to kind of I don't know what's the word, make the best of your furlough
I guess, yeah.
situation. And what I love most about it is that these are my favorite TikToks, or when you like chase like your kid Nick around the house,
Right.
trying to get him on camera while you're rubbing it in his face how you're a TikTok sensation, and how I forget the guy's name, but you're like, this guy didn't
Daquan.
Daquan didn't retweet or share your thing, and it makes me laugh every time I watch it. And then you messaged me and said that one of his friends discovered you're on TikTok and saw how much attention you're getting in the comments section.
So his friend's in California, and my friend found your TikTok and saw your sees the comments and said, "Your dad gets all the hoes." That's an exact quote. I'm not calling anyone hoes. That's the exact quote from his 15-year-old friend. So I get all the hoes because he saw the comments, and I'll tell you, some of these women are just I give them props. They're just out there. I mean, they're shooting their shot.
You're getting a lot of I don't know if we want to read any, but you did send me one or two that were like not super aggressive, but just basically.
No, but they're just they shoot their shot. They're like, hey,
they make it known they're interested.
Right. Which you got to hand it to them. I mean, got some balls on them.
It's a different world, isn't it?
It is. I mean, and I think I'll hit 18,000 followers probably.
How many?
In the next couple days.
You chopped up there 18,000.
18,000. Yeah. 18,000. So
yeah.
I've had, obviously the car video that I stole from you.
Yeah,
which will be my greatest crowning moment ever.
That's fucked up. We've talked about that on here, right?
I don't know if we did.
Yeah. How?
I think we did.
I think we did too, but it's still like I'm still a little salty on that one, where I will go to your profile and look to see how many, views you now have. I think you're at you're still 1.1 million, but I don't know. I don't know where you in that .1 you are, because that's a big number in itself. So
I looked today; it's 1.127.
okay, so you've pretty much tapered off.
It's that, yeah. But now I had another video after the one with Nick that you were just talking about hit 50,000 views,
Yeah, that's a good one.
and I had right, and then I had another one this week, like a two ago, where it was the Rick Ross "Every Day I'm Hustling" song. But in the beginning, he says, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I'm the fucking boss." And I said, "That's like how I yell at my kids when they don't do their chores." It is at 97,000 views right now. It's almost at 100K.
Now
So,
and that one's got a lot of ladies commenting.
right. So that's a very popular one. I think that the car one's obviously 1.1 million, whatever. But the second greatest one I had was like way back. Me and one of Lex in the car going to school has 100,000 views, but this one hit 97,000. I mean, it's only been for 3 days. It's going to pass 100,000 pretty quickly here, and it'll be like the second most watched one.
Yeah.
But 5,000 comments on, or 5,000 likes on it. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, and when I say women, I mean moms, obviously.
Right, moms. Right,
Moms.
I'm big in the mom community. Yeah.
You're over with the moms.
I'm over with the moms.
It must,
Now-
but it must drive Nick nuts to hear like his
course.
friend say that you get all the hoes.
Of course. Like, I mean, he's doubting my TikTok ability still, and I think he's starting to see like, wow, my dad's super over.
Right.
So he doesn't understand that I've always been over. I tell him that all the time. I go, "What do you think? This is the first time? Come on."
It's just a new platform for me.
Right. Exactly.
It
So-
used to be independent wrestling. Now it's this. Whatever.
Right. I just changed platforms. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I now today I did my first. It was my second time. I did a live this morning. I did one live like during a wrestling one of the pay-per-views that were on. That got like no views. I went live this morning having coffee at about 11 o'clock, 11:30, and let me tell you, I had about 18 people on there at the most at one time was 18. Now people were coming and going, and good interaction of people like asking me questions and like they love my food and it's funny because I've been on TikTok since November, end of November, and really I would say the last like 2 months has been the hottest and heaviest. Everybody, people
You're
that
welcome.
don't know
By
me,
the way, you're welcome.
yeah, thank you. People that don't know me but only know me from TikTok, it's the immediate association of is you and your donuts, and I'm like, man, I've made an impression on these people that they already know that donuts and me are like hand in hand,
Right.
which is pretty cool that I'm known for that.
I
know?
saw that you had gone live, but by the time I clicked it, you were already off.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got off because my phone was dying,
Oh.
and then I went to go put the pizza in the oven. So, yeah. But I'll probably go live again. That was good. I think it was a good little interaction.
I mean, you might as well just set a time every day and go live for at least like 15 minutes because, again, what else do you have to do?
Absolutely nothing.
Right. So, I mean, again, make the most of being furloughed and this whole furloughed life that you're embracing and set a schedule where people then, like whatever, let's say it's like, fuck it. Let's just say it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm just throwing a random time out. It might be later, might be earlier, but people start to set their schedule around this and get some regular fans and interaction. And
no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I probably should because I think it was good. A lot of questions, a lot of asking like where I am, where I live, creepy people.
show
how
your
old I
feet.
am.
Show your feet.
Right.
Show your feet.
Right. That costs money.
DM me.
Right. And people were asking like a lot of donut emojis were popping up, and I was like, oh my god, they just associate me with I'm some fat ass who eats donuts all day, which they're not wrong, but I had a few of those. I had some it was like good interaction, and to see people from all over the world that were on. So we had. Because I simply said, hey, where's everybody from? And then they started writing. we had Canada on today. We had Canada, we had Mexico, we had New Jersey, California, Florida. We had Georgia. Somebody that lives like 35 minutes from me. That I don't even know them.
Oh, you better watch out for that one.
Right. We had there was another country on there. Someone from another country. I don't remember what country it was. But there was like people from all over the world. I was like, this is really cool that like people are. We had North Carolina was on, Kentucky, somebody from Kentucky. So like I am more over than I ever was in wrestling.
Right.
Ever.
Well, that's funny. It's like, and I'm going to make this strange analogy only because I was watching Batista on a chat yesterday, and he was talking about how he's now recognized and known by people as an actor, and they have no idea he ever pro wrestled. And you are now you have now transcended. You're the last thing you were known for, and you were on. I mean, like I don't want to oversell it. I don't want to undersell it, but you were on nationally televised wrestling at one time,
right.
you know? So, I mean, it's not like, and your characters in your group were one of the more over characters and groups on that show.
Right. And like I've had a few people on TikTok say, hey, I've seen you wrestle before. Like I've seen you before. I've seen you on Ring Warriors. And I'll never let that, like hopefully Howard doesn't listen to this because then he'll know. And then he'll be like, see, I told you. But people have said that on there. They saw me on Ring Warriors. So, I mean, it was national television.
Right.
But we don't want him to know that.
But you've, like, you know, in some bizarre, tiny, weird, parallel way that has nothing to actually do with it, like Batista was talking about, you now have all these people that know you from something totally different. And you've been like,
yes, right.
And not like just like online, like people have bumped into you and recognized you from TikTok.
Right. I have no idea that I ever was anything, a wrestler. Not that I was anything special, but like people have no idea. No, right. And then here in town, it's happened a couple of times where people were like, hey, I seen you on TikTok. And I was like, oh,
you're that
cool.
TikTok donut guy.
Right. And I think too is, you know, like I mean, this should be known on the Furlough Files. I think this is very important. I have not shaved my face in like 7 weeks. So this beard is like the most grotesque. It doesn't even feel like hair anymore. It feels like, I don't even know what it feels like. When I touch it, it doesn't even feel like hair.
Well, you got to wash it and comb it every now and then.
I wash it, I just don't comb it. And it's really like, it doesn't feel like hair. It feels like something totally different. And then my hair.
You're pulling the curtain back. You're ruining the illusion.
Right. And then I haven't gotten a haircut, right? And, you know.
I saw that one TikTok that you did with the Weird Al thing. Jesus Christ.
Right.
I realized your hair was that crazy.
Out of control.
Yeah.
Out of control. And I'm not sneaking into no barbershop like Blake Chadwick, so.
Oh, are we outing him? Are we outing him?
I feel like every time I'm on, I have to throw it out at him somewhere. We had Loose Spectre out last week. Remember,
Blake,
we outed him with the Loose Spectre thing.
I guess Blake is, so that people know what we're talking about, is in the midst of negotiating getting a haircut, and they're saying, like, we're not supposed to be open, but come around the back, and we'll let you in. And he's like, I don't know what he's upset about. That they're not going to, because he was then asking him about masks and stuff, and they're like, well, we'll work around that. And he's getting all irate, and I'm like, dude, obviously, I'm thinking, this is like, you're coming in, no one's having masks, and everyone's going to assume it's almost like having unprotected sex where everyone's just on the honor system. You know, everyone's just giving their word. And so I'm like, what are you all upset about? Either you want a haircut or you don't. This is how you're going to get one. You know, unless you attach the Flowbee to your vacuum cleaner and just take care of it yourself. You know. Right. And then he's like telling me to stop it. And I'm like, what do you mean me? You're getting upset when they're trying to accommodate you. And I'm like, I don't know.
Right. Like, now I will say, in his defense, I mean, it's a little sketch coming in through a back door. Like
they're trying not to get shut down for letting someone in.
He would be in there getting haircutted up, half done, and they get raided, and he has to go through the rest of the day with like half a haircut or something.
Oh, that'd be phenomenal.
Wouldn't that be his luck though?
Nah, no, but it would be what I would be hoping for, because just for the
He's
story,
like Larry David.
yeah, just for the story, man.
Right. So I get it, but I don't know. I just barber shops are open here, and well, they can be open, but my guy, I don't know. I drove by; he's not open still, so I guess he's not partaking in this.
I think
But
I think in Florida they've opened up some of that stuff, except
right.
in Dade and Broward counties where we are, like in Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah, you get too many old people. That's why.
It's the more densely populated places. So
Right. Right.
I don't know.
Well, I think it should be up to you if you want to get one or if you don't.
Yes, except that it's also up to the people if they want to open up their business and expose
Yeah.
themselves or not.
Right. Right. They have the right to say I'm not opening or I am. So.
Right.
Right. But I mean, I just had to throw that shot at Blake. I feel like every
I didn't want to
week
stray.
have to-
I didn't want to stray too far on the Furlough Files, but yeah, let's get back to it. We got to take our Blake shot, I guess.
Right. Right.
We got to set our our go-to standards of not standards, but our our one or two things we have to check off our list every week, and one of them's taking a shot at Blake.
Right. Yeah, I feel better now.
Listen. You initiated it, so it's my hands are clean of.
This is true. Yeah.
So.
This is true. Well, yeah. I mean, otherwise, I've done nothing this week. I ate a lot. I started my walking for the last week, and my brother went back home to New Jersey, so he's not here.
Wait. So now that your brother left, did he leave a half-finished barbecue grill in your garage?
Oh, it's in 75 pieces. It's everywhere.
He never put it together.
No, and I asked him to help me put something else together, a piece of furniture. He got the furniture's put together, and the doors needed to be put on, but it takes two people to do it. We got one door on, and now I got three doors missing, so it's got one door. Three off.
You need me or Prime up there for a day to visit and.
Right. I mean, it's to the point where this barbecue grill it's going to be on the floor forever.
You're going to lose pieces.
If I haven't already.
So what else?
That, yeah.
I mean.
So really, I watch a lot of TV. Impractical Jokers, I watch over and over again.
Okay.
I watched the Chicago Bulls thing, both the last two Sundays, which is amazing if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, the documentary
on ESPN.
on
documentary, Jordan. Yeah, right, amazing. What else have I done? I've gone to my daily Publix trips, walking down the wrong aisle. I posted a Publix TikTok going down the wrong aisle with the Shawn Michaels promo. Instead, I'm going down. Everyone's coming with me.
Right.
Went to Aldi a couple days. I've been to Target. I've gone to Target twice to not even buy anything, with no intentions of buying anything, just to walk around because I was bored. That's really about it. I really have done nothing. It's sad that I go to bed late. I wake up early. I lay in bed till I feel like I should get up, and then I take a shower every 2 days because why shower if I don't have to? That's it. This is really sad.
Yeah, I've
sad.
And being furloughed, I was before this, way before this, when we were doing the Breakfast Club stuff, since the beginning. You used to helm the Twitter account, and you haven't done much with it. So I took up the slack, even though you're the furloughed one.
Yes.
And I don't know if I'm taking a direction you want to go, but
I know where you're going. I think this has to be talked about.
Well, I know. Only reason I bring it up is because this show's not about me, but I know that you have on many occasions mentioned how much you're taking entertainment and joy out of this.
Well, because I feel the feud, just so everybody knows, there is a feud that has been brewing for, probably 20 years?
No, not 20. But online, the way it is now.
No, I mean in general, you've known him for.
I've known him since, and by him we're talking about Disco Inferno, the WCW wrestler.
Right.
That I've known him since he was in WCW, but
right.
I don't know if he would say he knows me. He's met me a couple of times, but I through Jackie, our friend, who he was friends with, on Facebook, we ended up starting to feud, and this is going back 7 or 8 years at this point, and so yeah,
Right.
we go back and forth all the time, and
Now I will tell you, before you say he doesn't, you are, but I gotta throw this because the ongoing thing is that you tell him, shut up, Disco, right?
right.
Right, and he says, Ben Temples, right?
Say it again because you broke up.
So he says you always hashtag on his post, shut up, Disco,
Right.
right?
Well, that's always the tagline, whether I say anything else or not. Usually I
Right.
don't, but yeah.
And then his tagline back is troll Ben Temples, right? Or shut up, troll Ben Temples.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
here's the thing. This is the feud. It's been going on 7 years probably.
And as,
shut up, Disco.
as much as you've become known for TikTok, there are people that only know me as the guy that fucks with Disco online.
Right. And now, this was 2018. I met Disco for the first time because he was managing me for Ring Warriors, me and Francisco Ciazzo as the Slambinos. He was going to be the third Slambino, the manager. So I meet him. First day, I've never met Disco in my life. We pulled up to a pizza place to film a commercial. First day in Vegas. And the first thing he says to me is he asks how Troll Ben Temples is. The first thing he says to me. I've never met this man in my life. And it's the first thing he said to me. And I remember me telling you, I messaged you like immediately. Messaged you on the thread. That was the first thing he said to me. He asked how Troll Ben Temples was. Didn't even, I was like, whoa, this is major.
He knew you were associated with me through the through the cosplay wrestling stuff.
Right.
You were the
and I did the
Mario.
podcast. I did the podcast for him.
Was
I remember I did the podcast.
But was that after that or before that?
No, I did the podcast when Jackie was alive, remember?
I don't remember where. Timeline-wise, I can't remember if Jackie was around for Ring Warriors or not.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't for the Vegas Warriors. I did the podcast when Jackie was still alive because the question was, is Jackie part of the Breakfast Club? And I said no. And the heat that he gave me for that was I was blocked, deleted, removed, dead to him for like a week. But then he put me back on. Then I was back on. So Disco knew me from that, but we never met. But the first thing he said to me.
That was the Abandonment Monday, which we have a podcast about that.
Right.
Where we talk about leaving Jackie in Orlando because he has just such a drunk problem that weekend.
That's a good podcast, though. People should listen to that one for sure. But so Disco, first thing he says to me that day, right? Troll Ben Temples. And then we talked about Jackie a little bit, and he continued to like, as the day, couple times here and there, he would throw shots at you, like you were there. Like, because he knew I was going to probably relay it back to you.
Right.
Right? Like, we were eating pizza, and he's like, oh, Ben Temples would eat that, Mr. Keto. I was like, oh, wow, this guy's really just laying it into him. So now the feud, it died down for a little bit, but it's back.
It
you're
did
on Twitter.
because he used to be on Facebook a lot more, and that's where I mostly I hated Twitter, but I just was, since we started doing the podcast, I picked up our Twitter account and started using it to just go on and share our our podcasts and whatever else. And I saw that Disco's really active on there, so I'm like, let me just go take some pokes at him. And now every day I kind of look at all of his tweets, and if there's one that, when he gets into the political stuff and all that nonsense, I don't even bother with that stuff. But anything superficial and mundane, I'll just take a shot here and there and just kind of ramp it back up again.
Right, and it's been, I'll go on, and I don't go on Twitter often either, but I go on, and it's always the first thing, and I either see it's either shut up Disco or hashtag shut up Troll Ben Temples, and I'm like, I have to go look, and I see, oh wow, they've been going at it 2 or 3 times here. I got to take a look at it, but the war it's amped back up And to me, this could be the feud of the summer. This is it.
I mean, it's our like furlough hobby, you know, with a little bit of extra time. We're now like popping on Twitter and taking pokes at each other, I guess.
And the best part is Disco is here in Atlanta where I am, but I I don't know him. I mean,
is he still there?
I'd imagine.
I mean, I know he lives in Vegas, so.
Right. So, I'd imagine he's still. If he is. I mean, it'd be really great to just go get I just want a picture with him with like a sign that says "Shut up, Trollbend Temples." Because I play both sides because I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, but you also, I mean, you guys work together. He's a fellow.
I think I take his side more than yours, though.
He's a fellow Slambino. What am I saying?
Right. Yes. Best manager ever.
Right. Well.
Right.
Well.
Listen, he's way better than that other guy we had when he started it. I'm not even going to mention his name because we'll get sued or something.
Right.
So, but. Yeah, he was great though. Like with us, like
well,
I will tell you, he was absolutely fantastic.
Aside from a photo, you should TikTok with him. But I
should.
I'm not encouraging any disco related things. It goes against my policies. I'm supposed to poo poo that. So.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So what else, man?
So no, that's it. I just everybody should go check out the Twitter pages because I think the feud is really hot. So, and then we should really, I know we're working on some shirt content, some merchandise content,
right?
But, some things that, in the works there that will have merchandise out soon. But now I think we need Furlough Files shirts. I really believe this.
I mean, listen. We'll try anything, Worst comes worst, no one shows an interest and we don't make them. But I know one person that might buy one.
Yeah. Are we talking about Natalia's mom?
Yes, Margaret.
Margaret's gonna buy one, and you know what? Nothing would make me more happy if Margaret bought one and her husband, Natalia's dad, wore it because that guy has the best shirt collection I've ever seen.
He's a whole nother thing. We should get her.
Whole other level.
We should get her on with Marco on the main podcast to talk about her dad. I'd love to get him on.
Have him on.
I'd love to get him on. I don't know that.
Why not?
Because I think a lot of his stories could still incriminate him back in like Chile or wherever he's from.
It's great though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll work on it. I'll work on it. But
that's all I got, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, listen, it is what it is. I mean, you don't have, you're furloughed. Well, how much can you have? It's
right. I mean, that's it. I'm going to it's Cinco de Mayo, also Taco Tuesday.
Right.
So I am making tacos and nachos tonight.
Oh, I hand make, not ordering, making.
No, I'm making them. I bought ground beef, cheese, tortillas, hard shells. I got chips. I'm going all out.
Will this be a TikTok recipe?
I don't know. It's it's hard to film cooking, but I did take it to the next level. Which this may be ridiculous. I spent $27 and bought a chest harness, a wrist harness, and a head harness to film.
like,
and I have to
film outward, away from you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I spent $160 on a ring light, a new one. So
that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot.
I am full on dedicated to becoming TikTok social media famous.
Okay,
YouTube.
So I know what I wanted to say then. Marco and I were talking in the truck today while we were working, and we were wondering how long until you just decide that dicks can stick it, and you're now a full-time TikToker. Influencer.
Well, let's see. I mean, there's a potential for a little. I'm waiting for a phone call here for a little bit of sponsorship today. So,
oh right,
I haven't
that's
got that call yet.
Someone reached out interested in sponsoring you.
Right. So, I mean, that's step one, and I think the next step is to. I think I got to amp it up, and I need to get like a donut company or someone to sponsor me. And I want to get a blue check mark next to my name on TikTok. And I really believe I should. I was on TV, national television. Like I should have a blue check mark. and I should have donut sponsors, and or somebody needs to sponsor me.
Well,
And I'll dance like a fool with their website or shirt on or eating a donut.
right. Well, I mean, as your numbers grow, I'm sure the odds are someone will be responsive for that.
Right. And then I'm thinking next step is I should be touring the country, the world, TikTok star.
Like having those meetups.
Right.
Where you go to
I saw
you go to a city and you go, we're going to meet up here at 4:00, and you
right.
You guys film some content, take some pictures together, and
right.
And accept a lot of gifts from people.
Right. The gifts would be great. Yeah. And I watched a guy who he has 500,000 followers. I only have 18,000. He has 500,000. He did his second meetup had 400 people there, and I was like, man, that's pretty intense. That's an intense meetup session.
You've never had 400 people show up to see you wrestle.
No. So this would be amazing if we could pull this off. But I really think I'm thinking outside the box, right? So a lot of TikTokers, they're just they're dancing, they're whatever they do. I'm like, man, with wrestling, you had to hustle all the time to get yourself out there. I feel that they're missing. I think there's another avenue here to this TikTok where if I can just break out and get 100,000 followers, I really believe that I have something here. I think I do. I'm very marketable.
I mean, I'm glad you have all this confidence in yourself.
I mean, should I not?
I think no. I mean, I don't know. This is a whole new world for me. So I can't say that I'm an expert on it.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I think there's something there. I think I just need somebody. I need a social media guru to help me get to that next level.
I will say that I've seen you in action live, where with zero effort, you have girls throwing themselves at you because I've said it before. I'll say it again. You and one other person I've ever met that have that thing. You're I don't know what it is. I've
heard you say this before. Yeah.
You don't have it as much as this guy Johnny did, who was the front man of a band. But
right.
You have this thing, and I guess the most crass way to say it is you have an internal pussy magnet, and yours might be powered up to a 4, which is still way more powerful than the average Joe walking around like me or anyone else. Where just irrationally girls are just drawn to you and decide that they'd like to take you out to the parking lot and
I really
take care of you in the car or whatever.
I truly believe that if I went, I could do tours. People could come and we can make TikToks and I can do I can be a public speaker. It's there. We can sell T-shirts. I'll bring you along. I'll be he's my merch guy. And you're just going to be at the table slanging shirts and coffee mugs and hats and Lush Lights, whatever they want. We'll have it all. With my face on it.
What the fuck? I don't think that. I think you need to rethink that one.
Well, I don't know. You should see some of the comments I get, and they're from guys. I'm like, oh Jesus.
Oh yes.
So
those are definitely
right.
the more show your feet comments.
Right, and they'll comment right on the page, and I'm like, oh wow. And even the women, they're so bold. They don't even private message you. They just bold out will say it on the comments. So I really think we got something here. We just need a little direction from somebody who's a social media guru.
Right. Well,
I'm telling you, it's just going to be me and you in the tour bus.
Or we just figure
from city to city.
We just figure it out. We don't even consult.
We're just going to be slanging merchandise, and that's it.
You'll be slinging other stuff too, probably.
And you'll be right there with me, slinging the merchandise, and they'll be like, who's this guy? I'll be like, shut up, troll Ben Temple. That's who it is.
Hashtag Ben Temple, and I'll also scoop up all your seconds and thirds that you can't handle.
Right, exactly. So I think we got something here. This is it.
I'm not
TikTok tour.
I'm not mad at any of this. Well,
Right.
at least we have something to aspire to. Listen, because if nothing else, let's put it on your what do they call those things? Your vision board,
Yes, vision board. Yeah.
your furlough,
My furlough vision
quarantine, social
Yeah.
distancing, COVID-19 vision board.
board. Right.
Right.
What's going on there?
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good place to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I do have an off.
Yeah, because this is a really long one. Really long one.
Yeah, it is. This is our record longest. I think
Right.
we were supposed to be a little more like in and out with these, a little
Yeah.
hit it and quit it. But listen, we talk about what we talk about, and like I said, you're the captain of the ship. Anytime you're like,
Right.
I'm done, we can shut it off. But I do have one off the air question, so we'll wrap this up,
All right.
and then
Sounds good.
I'll ask that to you. All right, guys.
All right.
We'll do this again next week.